Hopefully everybody comes back. Turn it up just a little bit so my signal won't go out. Okay, so we're back. So let me let you guys know what happened just now. Just in case there's some people that come in this live and they missed what we were actually talking about. I'm gonna go back to it again and then bring it on back. I ain't gonna go all the way into what we just got through talking about, but I'm gonna talk about some of it and bring it right back, just in case everybody missed it. But y'all, my phone overheated. That's what happened. My phone overheated and I did not know how to bring it back. Did not know how to come back to my live on this phone because I'm not used to going live on my phone like that. So I had to redo it. I had to delete the live that I had before and redo it. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, but I had to redo it. So here we go. So the name of the live is called Just a Damn Crybaby Child. That's the name of the live, right? And the reason why it's the name of the live is simply because I've been crying so much this week. Okay, I've been crying so much this week. Y'all know I moved to Atlanta on Saturday. My last day of work down here was Wednesday, which was yesterday. And I'm sitting outside of my mother's job. I just had lunch with two of my friends, Brittany and Marquita. You know, it was basically them spending time with me before I leave or whatever. So yes, that part is out the way. Now, everybody keep trying to call me. Okay, so when it came down to everything, this week has been one of those weeks where I wasn't really prepared for this. Like, just to be real with y'all, I ain't even all the way packed. Okay, I ain't even all the way packed yet. I literally just started packing on Monday. So Monday, my mother and I had a conversation when I was on my way to work. And we finally had a conversation because, hey, really B, I'm gonna call you back once this is over. We had a conversation, and because I had been feeling like my mother was being selfish because she was blowing me off every time I was trying to have like this conversation about me moving. Because it's hard enough that we got to talk about it, but there's a multitude of things that we had to discuss because I'm moving. But my mother was blowing it off and she didn't really want to think about it. She didn't want to face it. She didn't really want to talk about it. So I felt like she was being selfish and she was only thinking about herself. Now, mind you, there's people that be watching my videos and shit and they be like, I want to do his family know. My mama be knowing exactly what I'm saying just to let it be known because of the simple fact that she watches my videos. So my mama knows what I be talking about and what I say. And on top of that, she doesn't mind because the shit is true. She don't mind me telling my story, whether she's a part of it or if she's not. So my mama be knowing because she watch my shit. So, where was I at? So we had a conversation and she was basically letting me know that I wasn't understanding her point of view because of the fact that she's a parent, and being that she's a parent, her feelings about my move was going to be different. And so what I was trying to tell her was, no, I get it and I understand because I'm not a parent and I would never be a parent. So I get your feelings. I may not fully understand it because I'm not a parent. That's not my experience. But I do get what you're saying. I understand it completely. And so I said, but I feel like you're being selfish. And she was like, I'm not being selfish. I said, I feel like you're only thinking about your feelings about it. Because I felt like, I was like, I feel like you're only thinking about your feelings about it. You're not necessarily thinking about my feelings, because this decision ain't easy for me either. This decision is not easy for me at all. Like, I made this decision. This is what I wanted to do. I did this so I can better myself. All those things, all that bullshit, all that. But it's not easy. The decision was not easy, because I'm the one that's about to get a whole shift in my life. My routine is about to change. My surroundings are about to change. I'm about to be transferred to a whole nother location, and I gotta meet people and start from the bottom up all over again. That is uncomfortable as hell. And not to mention, I'm away from you and my brother. So therefore, I have a lot to think about too. There's a lot that's in my head. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm sad. I'm scared. I'm thinking I'm making a wrong decision. Like, it's so many different thoughts going on in my head as well. So just as hard as it is for you, it's definitely hard for me. And she said, but that's the thing. I don't want you to feel like you're making the wrong decision, because you're not making the wrong decision. Because what you're doing is that you're doing what I wanted to do over 20 years ago and didn't bother to do it. Because I was afraid to make that move. I wanted to leave. My mother told me in 1993, when her grandmother was on her dying bed, her death bed in 1993, my great grandmother told my mom, you need to get away from here. Go. Leave here. Go. You don't need to be here. Start a new life with your kids. You don't need to be here. Go. Leave. Get away from here. Ain't nothing here but a bunch of trouble for you. Get away from here. And my mama never left because she didn't want to leave what she knew. She didn't want to leave what she knew. And my mother is happy that I'm leaving what I know so I can be great. And she want me to be great. She did say, she did admit to having like abandonment issues. Everyone that she loves have left her behind. And that's something that she even admitted that she got to go and get help for. And that's just what it is. And I don't mind saying that on here because she said it herself. And like I said, she watches my videos, so she knows exactly what I'm going to say. So I understood that. We had a great conversation. And then after that same night, my brother and I had a conversation. And as I said, and I'm going to repeat what he said, just in case some of you guys missed it. I was crying because I could barely look at my brother, because I know that I'm finna leave him. Like, I helped raise my brother. I provided for my brother. I've been his support system in all kinds of ways, financially, emotionally, all those things. I got 6 siblings. I got 2 on my mama's side, 4 on my dad's side. 6 siblings. And my baby brother is the only one that I'm close to. He's the only one that is considered a safe space for me. He's the only one that knows me in and out. He's the only one that gets me as a person. See, we're both air signs. He's a Gemini. I'm an Aquarius. I understand him just like he understands me. I'm an Aquarius, and I don't really show emotion. A lot of times, I don't cry. And if I do cry, I'm doing it by myself. Because I personally feel emotions are weak. I feel like when people see me cry, they're going to use that against me. I feel like when you show emotion, people tend to use that as a weakness. So I choose not to show that to nobody. I'm the strong one. I'm the one that makes sure everything is good, everything's okay. I'm the strong one. You feel what I'm saying? But as much as I am strong, I talking about how much I'm gonna miss my brother and stuff. And my brother overheard the convo, And my brother pretty much said every decision that you've ever made was always about us. It was always about us. But now you have to make a decision for you. You have to live for you. You have to put yourself first. You have to put yourself first. I've depended on you. I've been dependent on you all my life. And now I have to depend on me. Despite the distance, our relationship is not going to change. We're going to always be like this. I'm going to call you. I'm going to check in on you. I'm going to do all those things. Like my brother said, all those things. And it felt like a confirmation. It felt like he gave me his blessing. That was the last person I needed to hear from, was my brother. And once I got that stamp of approval, that was it. But when I got to work yesterday, it was very emotional. I talk about my job all the time. I hate my job. I always say that all the time. Yesterday being the last day, it was very, very, very emotional, y'all. It was so emotional. It started because I was put on this shift where it was a midday shift. I was there from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And I was watching everybody that I normally work with on my shift leave. And I have a coworker by the name of Brandon. He works in produce with me. And I said, Brandon, you about to leave? And then he was like, yeah, I'm about to go. And then he shook my hand and he was like, hey, bro, like, it was a pleasure working with you. You one of the realest dudes I ever met. And I appreciate you. And I really wish you well on everything that you're doing. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. From that point on, the emotions were there. Because normally on this day, on Thursdays, I go into work at 7 a.m. and I take Brandon's shift because Brandon is unavailable on Thursdays and Tuesdays. And so I said, damn, I'm not even going to be able to come in and work for Brandon tomorrow because I'm not coming back. I'm not going to see Brandon no more. And then my co-workers and management team, they got me a cake and a gift basket with all my favorite things in there. They told all these different stories about their favorite moments with me, all my one-liners, my facial expressions. Like the florist that works at the floral department, she killed me because she said, one thing that I love about there's two things that I love the most about you. She said, I love your smile. Your smile brightens up a room. But then she said, your cackle. I don't even know what you're talking about half the time. But when I hear you laugh and I hear you cackle real loud, I laugh too because of the way you cackle. And I cackled when she said that. It's like hearing all these stories that these people remember. And I've been working with these people for 7 years. And to hear them say those things just put me all in my feelings. Then my coworker Candace, I posted the video of me and her at work. My coworker Candace, I posted that short yesterday. That was my good girlfriend at work. Like, I loved her. Like, I used to keep her updated on all the work tea that happened, honey. I used to keep her up on all the mess, honey. And then I have somebody else that was my coworker Carolyn, who worked in produce with me. She was like a second mom to me, and she gave me so much advice and gave me the biggest hug. I cried my ass off. And then by the end of the day, my manager Chris, he's a white guy, and he's one of the coolest white guys I ever met. He was like, Scotty, it hurts to see you go. He was like, I appreciate you for everything you've ever done for me in this department. I appreciate your helping hand. I appreciate everything you've ever done. Go and be great. We're going to miss you here, but we know it's so much better for you. And he was saying to me, if you ever need anything, you know you got my number, and you know you can call me for whatever you need. I said, thank you. I have so much respect for you, and I'm going to miss you so much. And I am. Chris understood what I was doing. I'll never forget it. In 2019, I had gotten a position, and I was going to be his assistant produce manager in 2019. I took the position. He showed me everything I needed to know, only for my store lead to take it from me because he felt like I was too lenient with the associates. I was too lenient, which I didn't understand because I felt like even if I am lenient, they still get the job done. They still get their work done. Like everything gets done. So whether I'm nice or not, they work with they do whatever I ask them to because I put myself in the mind of an associate. You know, it's like as an associate, if you talk to me with respect, your work will get done with respect. But if you talk to me and handle me like a bitch, then I'm gonna do your work like one. Like that's just what it is. So that's how I was with them, and they respected me. But he took the position from me because he felt like I wasn't up to par when I had management on my roster before I came to that store. I know how to run a department. I know how to run this. I know how to do this. I've been in leadership many times. And for you to tell me that I'm not qualified for this was fucked up. So my store lead took my position and my pay. And my department manager, Chris, was not happy about that. He did not want me to be demoted at all. And so things went out of I continued to work with Chris. There was many times where Chris wanted me to be his assistant again, and I didn't want to do it because I had a nasty taste in my mouth for the company itself at this point because I felt like fuck that, I'll never do it again. So 2 years later, y'all, I'll never forget it. Chris took me in the office with him, with the store lead. The store leader was retiring. The same store leader that took it from me. He was retiring. And he offered me my position back. And I said, no. And he said, you're going to get $3 extra on your hourly. You sure you don't want this? It's going to be good money for you. I said, it's not even about the money. Because I don't do shit for money. You know, I don't care about the money. It's about my peace of mind at the end of the day. And y'all didn't treat me right. So I don't want it. I don't want it. You can offer me $10. $10 more. And I still don't want it. And Chris was like, I'm not going to make him take it. I understand. But then Chris had took me to the side, and Chris was like, listen, I'm glad that you did that because he didn't tell you what that position really was. And I'm like, what do you mean? And Chris was like, you was going to get the managerial position most definitely, but he was going to have you working 1 to 10 every night. And I know you got a YouTube that you running, and you can't run no YouTube channel working here from 1 to 10. That's your whole damn day. Right then is when I knew that Chris had my best interest. Earlier this year, talks of me taking that job again came up one more time. And this was a different store leader then. This is a black guy. Know his son. Know his son. Son could have been my man. But I know his son. And it came up. And Chris wanted me to take that position. He did. But this is what was said. My store leader said, Scotty is the best person you got. If anybody should be your assistant, it should be Scotty. Chris says, I want Scotty to have it. I really do. I want Scotty to have it. He's the best one. He learns very fast. He's good with customers. All the customers love him. When he's not here, they're always asking about him. He's good with all the employees. He has a great spirit, great personality. He's the best candidate. I want him to have that. But if he takes this position, it's going to slow him down on what he's actually passionate about. And that's his podcast. He's not going to be able to do that doing this. It's going to take all his time. He travels a lot, and sometimes he has to travel for that. So therefore, if he want to take it, I will allow it. But if he don't want to take it, I know why he don't want to take it, and I'm not going to make him take it. He understood what I was trying to do. I was able to travel the way that I wanted to because of Chris. Boss Baby Wars, some employers wouldn't have given a fuck about that. But he did. So I say all that to say, there's still good management out there. And I respect Chris. And when Chris said all that stuff to me, I cried. When I got in the car with one of my good friends, Quita, I cried in that car. We was getting ready to go out to eat. We was going to a steakhouse. I cried my eyes out. And I kept crying. And then when I got home, me, my mama, and my brother, we talked and I cried. And I told them, I said, the reason why it's so emotional, to hear people tell you what you mean to them, and to hear people say how much they love you and how they appreciate you when you don't feel appreciated, when you always feel that no one cares about you and no one cares about how you feel, when you don't feel appreciated. Because I never feel appreciated. I always feel like I'm just a knot on the log. I always feel like I don't matter. I always feel that way. So to hear my co-workers and management team tell me what I mean to them and what I brought to them and what I brought to our working environment, that meant everything. And that's why at this point, when I see things and when people send me stuff and they say shit and I see people just dragging me and talking about me as a person when they don't even know me, I don't even care no more, because at the end of the day, like, I know exactly who I am, and the people that actually know me and the people that grew up around me and the people that knows me personally, they know what I give, and they know that I have a big ass heart. I'll give a motherfucker the shirt off my back and the hat on my head with no fucking problems. So to know that people appreciate something I did, that made me cry, because I never think I'm appreciated. I always feel like no one gives a fuck. No one cares. So to hear that was amazing. Brother say the things that he said was amazing. To hear my mother say the things that she said was amazing. To hear my cousins and stuff tell me how much I mean to them and how I'm the glue that brings all the cousins together. I'm the only one out of all the cousins that talk to everybody. I got everybody number, even the cousins that nobody sees. That our cousin get-togethers and stuff, it's me that's putting it together. With my classmates in my high school class, when it's time to get together, I bring everybody together. Like, I'm the life of the party everywhere I go. I always had a mind of my own. Always march to the beat of my drum. Gonna support my people all the way, but always gonna think for myself. I've always been kind of different. I always have. So I'm about to cry. And I'm not gonna let myself do this. I'm not gonna let myself do this, because I can feel the tears coming. I'm moving to Atlanta. I got my friends there. I got my two cousins there. I'm not going to be by myself. I have a solid group of people that really love me and that has helped me out with this whole plan. I really appreciate it. And not only do I appreciate them, but I appreciate you guys that's watching me right now. You guys don't understand how these DMs that I've been sent has really brightened up my days. A lot of y'all have congratulated me in my DMs. Some people have sent me emails. Some people have done a lot of stuff. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I really, really do. So, my energy is different. My energy is not the same. I have been through a lot of things over the last few years. Multiple people passing away. So many different things. But I'm able to maneuver through all of those things and be great. And that's all I can do is be great. I love my family members that I'm leaving behind. I love my cousins. I love my mom, my brother. Love them. Love my aunts that I'm leaving back here. Love my friends that I'm leaving back here. Co-workers that I'm leaving back here. Love them. Love everybody. And I'm glad I held it together because the tears were about to drop. It's over. It's almost 200 of y'all have been here. And I wasn't going to sit up here and cry in front of 200 people. So folks can use that shit against me. But I have, Nikki. I've been an emotional wreck all week. Love you, Scotty. Never change. Your spirit brightens up the world. One person can change the lives of so many people. Thank you for that. I want to say thank y'all. I really do. Thank y'all for all your kind words, just everything. Because I'm gonna end it off with this because we're going into 30 minutes. Have you ever noticed that there's some people out there that never has anything positive to say about people? Have you ever noticed that? There's some people out there that want you to fail. There's some people out there that wants you to be the worst person. Even if you're not, they want you to be the worst person. They'll make up shit. They'll take a cocktail of lies and mix it with some truth, but all you can taste are the lies. You can't taste the truth because most of it is lies. So people make up lies about you. People try to tear down your character when they don't even know you. And then another thing that's really crazy to me is that people will hate your guts and still know every move you make and everything that you say. And that's what I'm doing. Stay strong and keep your head up high. And don't let nobody bring you down. Because, like I said, motherfuckers out there, they're ready to bring you down. There's some motherfuckers that's ready to bring me down right now. But my spirit and my light and my smile and this personality ain't gonna allow it. So if there's something that you want to do, like move like I am, do something big in your life, you do that. It's gonna be uncomfortable. But a lot of times uncomfortable situations let you know that the decisions that you just made are the best. Okay? So I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I'm about to go. I gotta call Really Be back. There's a possibility that I may or may not be on the chasing panel tonight. However, the show is still gonna go on whether I'm there or not. I don't know if I'm gonna be there though. I don't know, because my friends are trying to hang out with me, and we're gonna see how that goes. But thank you guys for watching me right now while I'm sitting out here in this car outside my mama's job. And I really appreciate y'all, and we're gonna make it do what it do. Hopefully I can go and do the chasing panel tonight. Hopefully. And like I said, content has been slow for the last few days, and that's because I'm moving. But we're gonna do. I'm out of here, and I'm gonna talk to you